Alright, so we're looking at how we can use matrices. So we're looking at how matrices can be used in displaying data. So here they've said, this is house A. They've surveyed a few houses here, and they've looked at how many people, residents, TVs, and computers. So here they said use the table and construct a matrix to display the information. What is its order? So all you have to do is just pop it in. So there you go. This is house A is row at 1 and there. So it's an order of A, 3 by 3, yeah? And now it's asking us to construct a row matrix to display the numerical information relating to house B. So I just had to write that. So here you go. And a row matrix would always have one row, and this one has 3 columns. Then it said construct a column matrix to display the information containing computers, which is that one there. And a column matrix always has 1 column, so it's a 3 by 1. Now, if they're, sometimes they ask, this is how a credit card reads. So matrices is used a lot in computer programming, and mainly because they enter in like this. It does numbers and combinations. So convert this 16-digit credit card into a matrix. List the digits in pairs, one under the other, and ignore spaces. So can you see how we've gone 3, 5, yeah, 4, 2, 8, 2, and so on, and they've written that out. So I think I think that's how a digital credit card reads. Like, it jumbles it up, and that's why you can have so many combinations. All right, so that was easy. Okay, we might get, you would have seen this last year, but just to recap. Sometimes we get these network diagrams, or a diagram like this, and you've got, okay, so this is a diagram of a network diagram, and they're telling you that if there's a line between them, that those two are connected by a thing. So we can set matrices up to show this information. So if you look here, we've got 3 points. Sometimes if it's a town or a map or something, you got 3. So if you've got 3 like that, you have to have a 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, so can you see how we've done here? This is a 3 by 3, isn't it? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So what we look at, is there a path between 1 and itself? So sometimes if you see that, it looks like that, but there isn't, is there? Is there one like that? No. So we put a 0. Is there a path between 1 and 2? Yes. So we put a 1. Is there a path between 1 and 3? No. So we put a 0. Is there a path between, now this is 2 and 1? Yes. But 2 and 2? No. And 1 and 3, 2 and 3? Yes, so we can see that there. And then you do the last one. Between 3 and 1? No. 1 and 2? Yes. There's a path there. And between 3 and 3? No. Okay, so then you can see. So if we look at this last one over here, see how we've got 4 points? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah? And then we go. And off we go. So they're just all setting up, and there's some examples of how you do it. And as I said, if you're going to have, sometimes you might have, if I do this one like this, and you might have that means it backs onto itself. So this one's, if I was drawing it, I'd do a 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Between 1 and 1, nothing. Between 1 and 2, 1, nothing. 1, nothing. There's 1, and then there was this one. 3 and 1 is nothing. 3 and 2 is 1. And between 3 and 3, there is 1. Okay? So that's that one. All right. Let's keep going. So here's another way of displaying data in a matrices. They've said that it's a friendship network. And they've said if there's a 1 there, it means those girls are friends with each other. So we have 5 girls that we're talking about. So see here, if I've got a 1 between 2 and 1, that means the girl 2 is friends with girl 1. So you can see there's no one on like that, because we're not going to say you're friends with yourself, yeah, because they're all that. Okay. So if they ask me here, what is 3, 4? They're talking about row 3, yeah? So row 3 and column 4. So what does that suggest? That suggests that 3 and 4 are friends because there's a 1 there. So you had to go through that. If you go to row 2, column 5, you see a 0. So the friends, girls 2 and 5 are not friends. So what does the sum of the elements in row 3 tell us? So if you add all them up, you got 1, 2, 3. It just means that girl has 3 friends, yeah? And then they ask you which one has the least, girl 1, and which one. So you're just having to interpret it and read it. They're just testing that you can do that. So here's an example for you. Matrix B shows the number of photography, art, and cooking books owned by Stephen, Trevor, Ursula, Veronica, and William. Okay, the element B32 is the number of. So if you go to row 3, column 2, that's telling me what? The number of art books for Ursula. Yeah? So there's your answer. Okay? So that's just an exam question to show you what you could get.